It's been a while, but the Great Gay and Lesbian Debate has returned for this year's Pride Festival. It's about time. We're very happy about that. Happy Pride. Happy Pride. It's especially good to be able to say Happy Pride in 2008. We were a bit nervous earlier in the year, weren't we? I'm Danae Gibson, and I have the very easy job of firing off the Great Gay and Lesbian Debate as our two teams of 4 debaters, because we can, debate the topic that lesbians will rule the dance floors of gay retirement villages. This is going to be fun. Let's meet the debaters just briefly before they get into, you know, rigorous argument. When was the last time you danced?
Oh, shit.
What's your favourite music to dance to?
I'll do breaks or drum and bass or electro and sometimes house, as long as it's hard, like the music, as long as the music's hard.
Do you think you could explain what that is to Giz a little bit later?
Just Giz?
Yeah, perhaps just Giz.
I really live to dance. I mean, it's... I only really feel myself when I'm dancing. I think it's a very sort of inward thing.
Could you raise your hand if you've never danced with Bonnie Travers? Because it'd be a lot easier than, yeah. Gee, 7, 8... My big question for you, Jessica, because I don't know you very well, is have you ever danced around a handbag?
Darling, I am the handbag.
Just before I started, you might recall Natasha Stott-Despoja hadn't long been in the Parliament, and she was caught dancing in the corridors and received an official memo saying that she ought not do that because her Doc Martens were chipping the walls.
Take any tap classes as a youngster? I believe that I've done all I need to do right now. The newly elected... sorry about that. That was a slap. You're a slapper.
Yeah.
To make the first argument for the affirmative side, Giz Watson.
Done this a couple of times before. Welcome. Lesbians will rule the dance floors in retirement villages. Why? Because we'll legislate for it.
Oh, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and lesbians. And as for living in a gay and lesbian retirement village, what sort of living nightmare will this be? You just picture yourself at Connie's at about 3 a.m. in the morning, on Sunday morning maybe, but with the lights on. A juice dispenser where the bar should be, and lots more lesbians.
I obtained 90% from my examiner, Madame Slade. So that's my credentials. My only refute to Dr. Woodman is, you know, really, sadly, Mark, you just gave a tragic, ageist, negative speech, stereotypical, and I just think, poor defensive creature. What more is there to say? So
The important topic we are debating tonight is whether lesbians will rule the dance floors in retirement villages. We've all been to the Court Hotel on a Saturday night. In fact, no, even more frightening. Have you ever been sober and watched the antics, the dance movements on the dance floor at the court on a Saturday night? Look, if lesbians can look that bad in their prime teen and 20 years, things are only going to get a hell of a lot worse.
Thank you. We've just heard from Jessica Strutt. Jessica describes herself as a journalist from the West Australian. Okay, look, I can accept that gay and lesbian retirement homes might exist. In fact, I'm sure that Colin Barnett and Julian Grills, Brendan Grills, Brendan, if you're listening, Asio, Brendan, are working on this right now. I'm sure they're burning the midnight oil up there in Governor Stirling Towers, and they've got plans underway. But I'm concerned, I've also heard that apparently 25% of our gay royalty will have to go to the regions. Presumably this will mean that possibly myself and Giz and Lisa and others will be at bloody Shady Pines in Meekatharra, for God's sake.
We are not a generic bunch of lesbians by any stretch of the imagination. We are very different and very diverse, as you can see. Yes, hello. Hello, Bonnie. Yes, Bonnie and I know each other. And just know. We'll dance later.
I've written very funny things, these, aren't they? Two of them, very small, a bit like poached eggs. Stand up for themselves though, don't they? And that's a bit disconcerting at my age, frankly. A little something for you. Some of the other lady lesbians and I have put a little something together.
Right, Nigel.
Turn your hearing aid on, I said, young man. Now you've turned 81, young man. Learn your trick from the rest. Lesbians are the best. Come on down to the Old Folks Cafe. See the lesbians play. You can have a nice meal. You can cut seat at the top of Tuesday.
I'm kind of struggling too. You should have seen that from behind. Can't dance or sing, I think. I suspect, if I don't suspect, I know the answer to the question of who's going to rule the dance floors of queer retirement villages is, of course, trans men. Clearly, lesbians will have the numbers. They will abound because they have the superior life expectancy. Of course, none of them talked about why they have superior life expectancy, and it's because they've got 2 X chromosomes. But let's not forget that trans men have 2 X chromosomes too. We do, look, I wish I didn't, I wish I could get rid of it, I'd like to swap it, but I have 2 X chromosomes, so I won't be dead. And neither will all my trans men brothers.
I think I'll leave the adjudication to the chair of GAYinWA.com. Daniel Smith, can you come forward and make some judgments and say a few words, please? Thanks, everyone.
Okay, those people who think the affirmative side won, please move to the right of the room. No, that won't be very convenient. Please thank Danae Gibson. What a wonderful host. Danae, myself and Gavin conceptualised coming up with the, or bringing the Great Gay and Lesbian Debate back to the Pride Festival after a night long of dancing at Mardi Gras. And Danae certainly ruled the dance floor that night. And she's a lesbian. Based on that observation alone, and the fact that more people clapped and probably clapped louder for the affirmative side, I will tonight adjudicate for the affirmative side. Congratulations. However, I would like to thank all of our debaters for really getting into the spirit of it. You've just been wonderful. Thanks for giving so much of your time and really giving of yourselves tonight. Please give them a hand, everybody. As you'd be aware, all GAYinWA events have a community benefit partner, a community group that we pick to donate a portion of the profits to or part of the gate to. Tonight, we're donating half of the profits to the GLBTI Retirement Association, or GRAY, to continue the work that they do.
As you've heard, the proceeds from the night will actually go to support GRAY, the GLBTI Retirement Association. We want to thank Daniel and GAYinWA for choosing GRAY as the beneficiary. The money will be used to see GRAY through a very exciting period as we kick off into a major 2-year research project with Curtin University. Lotteries West has recently granted GRAY the a $115,000 grant to conduct serious research into the real needs of GLBTI ageing people here in Western Australia.